Hello YouTube, this is Mike Ortiz and this is my quick review on the Marshmallow Update 6.0 on the LG G3. Now, hallelujah, I am so freaking happy that the 6.0 actually did come out for my phone. I don't know what the hell took so long. I'm just happy that it's actually here and I was able to download it. Okay, so when it comes to the lollipop version, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you have an LG G3, and for my experience, personal opinion here is that what the hell was going on with our phones, guys? For my phone, it was laggy as hell when it came to changing screens. I wouldn't say it'd be constant, but sorry, all the time, but it would be pretty constant when it came to the phone with the lag when you were just switching screens, when you were sliding down the slide button, when you're opening an app and closing it back, when you were typing something to someone. It would just lag like crazy, and I couldn't understand why. I even had to download the Google Now launcher and see if that helped. That did help quite a bit, but it didn't help what I wanted it to be. So let's actually take a look here. So we'll go into the settings function, we'll go about phone, and we'll go into the software info, and as you can see there, I am running 6.0, the Marshmallow version. So let's go ahead and click that and get into the secret Google's version of Flappy Bird. So let's see if I can get past 3. Oh my god, already on the first one. That sucks. So let's try one more time there. Okay, you know what? Let's try one more time. Let's try one more time. No, I'm not gonna give up that easy. Let's see here. Okay, one last time, guys. Let's take a look here. I'm not okay. You know what? Let's just say I'm not great at that game. I pretty much suck. So as you can see, once again, I am running Android 6.0. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the Smart Bulletin. The Smart Bulletin has been taken out from the G4 completely. So as you can see here, it has LG Health, Calendar, Music, Smart Tips, and Quick Remote for myself here. Okay, it's nothing big, but it's a nice little feature that they added to the LG G3. Okay, so let's go into the dial pad here. As you can see, things have changed quite a bit when it comes to the color scheme as well. So let's go ahead and call my voicemail. Perfect. As you saw there, the animation there when I ended the call, it turned all red there, which is a nice animation that it has there. Even if I was to click the home screen, you can see the transition there a lot smoother when it comes to, like I said, opening up an app drawer, closing it, going back to the home screen, sliding the slide button there. Everything's a lot nicer as well. Alright, so talking about the aesthetics, as you can see, there's a couple icons here personally that I can talk about. For example, the gallery icon, the Internet Explorer icon, and the camera. They have changed quite a bit. Now, you may notice that a lot of apps have changed. It's not a big deal. It's just, they just changed it obviously because it's a new version. They just want to be a little bit different from the older version as well. So let's go back into the settings function there. We'll go back into networks. So if you look at networks, nothing has really changed too much. So let's go into sound and notifications. And finally here we have a silent function. Silent function means that your phone will not vibrate or will not ring when the silent function is on, which is great. So another thing that we have here is the ringtone ID. Okay, so the ringtone ID here, as you can see, you're able to compose ringtones automatically based on a phone number of an incoming call. So here you're able to just turn it on if you want that on. If you don't want it on, obviously turn it off as well. Alright, another thing I want to touch upon is the do not disturb function. It was named, I believe, interruptions before, but they did rename it to do not disturb. If we were to click that, you can actually schedule a time and date when you want that function on, or you can just simply, give me 1 second, simply just turn it on there as well. Okay, so it's a little things that have been added when it comes to the setting options for the different tabs as well. Alright, so let's go back into the lock screen. The next thing I want to talk about is the screen swipe effect. Hula hoop, that's a new screen swipe effect there. So let's go ahead and click OK. Let's lock the phone. And as you can see, it's nothing big. it's just, you know, nice to see that they added something there when it comes to the swipe screen. It actually looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get into the phone. Perfect. All right. So like I said, nothing really big, but you know, any added thing to your phone is always good enough for me. I always want to, you know, more options than less options, right? It's always good. So let's go into the apps here real quick. All right. So if I was to, let's say for example, click on the browser, and if I was to go to permissions, so the good thing about this update is that if you were to open up an app that you haven't opened up before, it, you know, it basically brings up a pop-up or notification letting you know if you want that app to access those certain things. For example, here for my browser, I only gave the app permission to access my storage. I did not give it access for my phone, my microphone, contacts, camera, or my location. But here, as you can see, I'm manually able to give the app that permission, which is actually great, right? When it comes to the user there and not wanting certain apps to use certain functions, you can actually do it manually on your own itself. Okay, so let me just actually go back into that real quick. I actually want to show you something else. So if you go back into apps, and let's say if I was to go to browser and I was to go to notifications, we have a new function here that's called peeking. So basically peeking means that it enables to show certain notifications briefly from on top of the screen, which is quite cool. So you can actually obviously turn it on, turn it off. It's up to you. Okay, so just give me 1 second here, go back to the main screen. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing really too huge when it comes to you know, a major overhaul of, you know, the general sense of how the phone works. But let me tell you, everyone, that you have to believe me when I say it is such a huge improvement from the lollipop version. As I said before, I was looking to maybe upgrade my phone because I was just tired of the lag. But you know, this 6.0 update has enabled me to want to keep my phone for a lot longer. You know, making me realize that I don't really need an upgrade, because you know, this new experience, as you know, as much as it hasn't been a huge overhaul on the actual phone, has made me love the phone again, which I'm really happy about. Okay, so another cool thing real quick there before I actually end this video is if you were to for example, let's go to WhatsApp. I got my friend Anton there. If I was to type on Harry Potter and we were to click the menu button where the Google Now was, it actually enables to take a snap or a snapshot of the screen. As you can see, it saw Harry Potter there, so I'll click that, and it actually brings up the information there for you. You know, it's nothing too important, but like I said, it's a nice little cool feature that they added on to the 6.0 update there, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, so these are general things when it comes to the 6.0 update. Yeah, and a quick overview there. One last thing that I actually want to show you guys is the blur function when it comes to turning off the phone. So, you know, it is taken off the G4, or if you can look at it, maybe possibly the iPhone. So let's go ahead and do that. As you can see, it's a nice animation as well. The back screen is all blurred out, and you have a couple options there to power off and restart, or obviously put it on airplane mode. Okay, so there you go. So there's a quick overview on the 6.0 version. There's obviously a lot more when it comes to the actual update itself. My recommendation is to just play around with your phone, and you'll be able to see all the differences between the Lollipop version and the Marshmallow version, especially just the speed, the transitions, the quickness of the phone. It has been much improved, and yeah, I'm actually quite happy with the update. All right, well, thanks everyone, and I hope you guys have a great day. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.